So yeah, so then maybe let's dive into your trip, right?
Yeah.
So you first went to France, right? So how did you start your trip? Day one was at which I guess
So
it should be Paris, right?
yeah,
Or
so day one we were staying in Latin Quarters. Latin Quarters is a
okay,
place very close to the Notre Dame Cathedral.
yeah,
Uh, so yeah, I landed in Paris at somewhere around 8 o'clock, 8:30 in the morning.
yeah,
I rested for a bit, and Supriya was supposed to reach Paris by I think 3, 4 in the afternoon. So yeah, I had my day to myself. I was also tired. I had a
yeah,
very busy 60-day schedule before I took off from Bombay.
yeah,
So yeah, I was in Paris. I just was walking around, went to different parks. There was Pantheon very close to Latin
nice.
Quarters, which houses the work of Marie Curie and Voltaire and whatnot. So I spent some time there, came back, slept off. Then Supriya joined me.
Yeah,
So yeah, I think by evening 6 o'clock, 7, we then stepped out for the first time in Paris together, and that was the first time. Like in the evening, we went to Eiffel Tower. Now, Eiffel Tower is a place that you have to go and see in different times of the day. You should see it in the morning, you should see in the afternoon, you should see it in the evening, right? And it looks majestic when you see it in the
yes,
evening. So yeah, and then we had a good meal by the Eiffel Tower. There are a lot of good restaurants there. There's sort of really good food. There's wine. There's good alcohol. So yeah, it was fun. So that was our day one in Paris,
yeah,
and then the elaborate trip kind of extended.
yeah. So so was Paris only about Eiffel Tower, or you explored other parts, or are
So
there?
we did
Yeah.
spend the next 3 days in
Okay.
Paris. So what we did was we used to travel to XYZ place, come back and rest in
Okay.
Paris. So the
Okay.
next morning we headed to the Palace of Versailles.
Okay.
Majestic place again. Like a place that took 54 years to build. One could just imagine the glory of it, right? It looks regal. It's huge. And huge is not an understatement, okay? Like, is not an overstatement. If you could imagine Lonavala in India, and if you
Yeah.
could imagine yourself going through the highway in Lonavala and you see, you know, it feels as if you are driving through a saucer, right? The
Yeah.
cup and saucer, that saucer. The Palace of Versailles is literally built in a valley that looks like a saucer. It's
Oh, nice.
humongous. There are umpteen number of gardens. There's a lake inside the palace, and the structure is just gargantuan for anyone to make sense of it. And it does feel extremely overwhelming when you look at it from a top view, and the like till the end of the horizon uh
Mm,
is where the length of the palace is.
nice.
So yeah, I mean that was just mind-blowing experience just to be there and see how the kings of the past lived. It was otherworldly experience at Palace of Versailles. And yeah, from there we went to in so and Palace of Versailles does take the entire day of yours.
Okay.
So in the evening we went to Champs-Élysées, where the
Okay.
Arc de Triomphe is, the place where
Yeah.
every year the victory parade happens. It's also the place where Tour de France, ending of the Tour de
That
France race
two
happens
pieces.
at
Yeah.
Champs-Élysées. Great place, great vibe. There are people singing on the road. There are the the best of the best luxury brands that you could think of are on that
Yeah.
street. So be it a Louis Vuitton or a Cartier or any other brand that you could think of, all of it is on that very street. Feels very special, especially because of also of the time that we went to. The weather was chilly, It was
Yeah.
roughly 3-4 degrees, so you get to wear your winter wear. You feel good because of the winter wear, and because Christmas was so close, the
Yeah.
vibe was extremely energetic. People were in a celebratory mode. There was shopping happening. There were kids, running around. So overall, like it feels very
Yeah.
festive, so to say. So yeah, that was our day two in Paris. Day three, we went to Montmartre. Again, just otherworldly place. Uh, Almost as if crafted by a painter, uh,
Oh.
as per his imagination, right? I mean, cobbled streets through and through, built on a hill. At the top of the hill, you see the Saint Basilica Cathedral. It's also a place which is known for its bohemian way of life. Like you see a lot of artists doing live painting there. Mulled wine
Oh,
flowing.
still today also. Today
Yeah, yeah,
also
even
it
today, yes.
Parisian art.
So we
Nice.
did see, like, we actually wanted, the artist to paint one of those things for us, but then we
Yeah.
realized, okay, these guys might take 30 to 45 minutes odd, and I was a
Yeah.
little impatient about it, so we didn't engage with them.
Yeah.
But I mean, the vibe is just electric. I mean, it's so festive. Like like everyone there is just smiling, like because uh there is so much happening, right? I mean, on one side there are these paintings being made. On one side,
Yeah.
people are there to experience the place. On the other side, you see, people hunting for or rather looking for places that they might have seen in cinema. So Montmartre is a place where Emily in Paris was shot, right? So
Oh,
people
nice.
run around that place looking for, oh, where was Emily? Where was her office?
And
Where did
is that cafe
she
there?
have her lunch? All of that.
Yeah.
And yeah, and when you go at the top of the place where the Saint Basilica is, you also get a top view of the entire city. You also get to spot the Eiffel
Nice.
Tower, which is on the other side. So it's just
Nice.
beautiful. It's majestic. And when you climb down the hill, there's Moulin Rouge. So people who are interested in cabaret
Nice.
dance, the can dance, the cabaret culture rather, they could experience that. But I mean, for me, from a food POV, if I were to,
Yeah.
recount my memories of Montmartre, I think the boulangeries there are just I don't have words for it, man. I mean, the smell of the bread there is so intoxicating. You just like you are transferred to some other world where these food gods are making things for you. I
Yeah.
mean, and the fact, and that's one very interesting thing that I love about these boulangeries. Like you could buy yourself one slice of pizza and you're good. Like you don't have to buy the whole pizza there. And then there are so many bakery items. If you love bakery items, I mean, boulangeries are the place to be. So yeah, that was fun. And yeah, I think post that we went to the Louvre. So Louvre, like most people end up thinking that it's just the museum, but it's actually
Yeah.
part of the Louvre Palace, which is
Okay.
flanked by the Tuileries Gardens on the other side.
Yes.
And the buses actually go through the palace, and you go inside the bus and you end up feeling, oh my god, how huge is this place, that buses are taking you through this place. They are
Yeah.
dropping you at one place, and then you're going to some other. So yeah, I mean, uh regal is the word, I would say. Just unbelievably good experience in terms of how you feel within, because the place is so lively, like people playing live music everywhere is, like, for us Indians, it feels so magical, like you could
Yes.
stand anywhere and you could find somebody playing some instrument, and
I think
it's
that vibe is you won't find it anywhere in India. As in, first is we don't have winters, at least in Mumbai. Second is Christmas are not is not celebrated the way it's celebrated there
yeah,
for obvious reasons. but then wearing the sweaters and jackets
Yeah.
and
I mean,
that celebratory mode.
I've lived in Delhi, Gurgaon for a good
Yeah,
2.5 years, so I know that
yeah,
winter feeling. Like it's
yeah,
just so much fun. And I mean, when we also went to Dalhousie, we
yeah,
didn't go during the Christmas times back then, but
yeah,
like I have been to Mussoorie and Shimla during the Christmas times, and
yeah.
the vibe is really, really good. Like, you want to be there. People talking
I
about
agree.
cakes, people talking about, the fashion is so vibrant during that time. It's very, very special to be there during that time.
One of my cousins actually stays nearby Paris, like one of the small towns
Oh,
near
nice,
Paris.
nice.
And she for years has been seller. So there are two pictures of hers which she makes me. One is Prathamesh, come over here. Here you will find 365 types of cheese and 365 types of wines, one for each day.
Yes.
That's the variety you have of cheese and wine over here.
Yeah.
And obviously, she makes pizzas and sends me photos. She bakes it at home. So, one is that. And second is she says, come over here for 15-20 days. You will love the cafe life and culture.
It is.
Go sit around in the cafe. So my thought is, as in when I want to visit Paris, maybe it's romanticized, but I want to actually join some art workshop.
Do that.
Just go, not tour around, but go sketch, sit in a cafe, and there is no rush in life. I want to experience like
Nice.
that. So when you mentioned about Montmartre, I was very intrigued that actually till date, because what we have heard is about Leonardo and all those times
Yeah,
when
yeah, yeah.
during that time the culture was there, right? There was the culture wherein the disciples used to find and but right now I'm not aware. So since you mentioned Mohammed, that is something which I have
And
note down.
do go to Montmartre.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, for an artist
and
like
food is
you, you
something
will
even I
enjoy.
I'm aligned because so my wife she has been she was in London and she toured around during those 2 years. My brother-in-law also was over there, and they are not the kind of foodies which I am or maybe you associate with, right?
Yeah,
So when you say bakery items or food items or pizzas, I understand where you are coming
yeah,
from.
yeah.
Like we are like pulled by those places,
Yes,
right? We should go and try that.
yes,
We just look at it and say this would be good.
yes.
Uh, because I heard from her that you won't enjoy the pizzas which you find out there, and I always say that maybe you're not understanding where I am coming from. I would love a pizza, right? I would love a pizza, and I'm always telling her, keep जब इटली जाएंगे ना 15 days I would eat pizza and pasta. I'm very clear what it be the taste because I went to Greece and I thoroughly enjoyed the pastas in Greece also, the food in Greece, wherein I was not aware about the Greek food, Greek cuisine. But I enjoyed the food purely because of the similar fact, the ingredients, right? They
Yeah,
keep
the
it
dairy
fresh.
products are just,
They don't try to make anything
yeah. Nothing is
different, right? They keep it
adulterated.
fresh.
Interesting fact about these restaurants and cafes in Paris, and probably I don't know if it extends to the entirety of Europe, but Paris in
Yeah,
particular. Okay, like the things that you see in films, right? You always see actors. Typically, you see this. You see the actors dining outside the
yeah,
main dining area there, and it's literally on the street, right?
yeah,
And yet it's comfortable. One,
yeah,
because of the weather. Two, the
yeah,
vehicles don't honk. And
yeah,
three, outdoor seating is always refreshing. You know,
yeah.
you
I
don't
agree.
feel constricted by the place. And what that does is, if you see the facade of all of these restaurants and cafe are red in color, and the way we approach restaurants and cafes in India, right? We look for which is the new place, what are the
Yeah,
ratings, what is the word of mouth, what is it that people are saying on Instagram reels, etc.
yeah,
In Paris, a lot of these restaurants end up looking the same, right? So it becomes very difficult for us to make a decision on where to go. Okay. So
yeah,
typically you go based on the Google reviews and what people have said,
yeah.
etc. But having said that, you would feel that all the restaurants look the same in Paris.
So I think it's maybe across. So I felt the same in Greece also. I felt the same in Turkey also. There are a lot of restaurants, at least in downtown, what you call, right? Which are like, and we always chose the outdoor seating, right? And for some reason, all the three reasons which you mentioned, why three, I would add a fourth one. There is no pollution.
Yeah,
What that does is it feels good to be in the nature and eating outside,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
There is no honking, there is no pollution. You can see people walking by and they are having a chat. Someone might fall. So that feels very, very down to earth and very refreshing.
yeah, yeah,
Something we are not used to. We look for hotels with better interiors, better ambience,
yeah,
right? But over there, it's the exact opposite thing which we seek for,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Beautiful cafes and
You want to look
having food
around, you
and
want to observe people, you want to see
yeah,
the cars, you want to see,
yeah,
civic discipline, how people
yeah,
behave,
yeah,
what is happening, how do people react to food, how do people react with
yeah.
each other. It feels good.
In fact, one of the fun facts, I at least when I walk by such streets, I look for what people are eating and what smells good, right? And I decide basis that where to, in which restaurant to enter and
Yeah,
have food.
yeah, yeah,
I guess that was Paris.
yeah.
Anything which stood out for you apart from these things in Paris? So maybe Paris is known also for fashion and
Oh
those
my
things
God,
apart, right?
sorry, sorry,
So
sorry,
what
I
was it for you?
forgot this. Man, the fashion of Paris. Oh
Yeah.
my God. I mean, any layman in Paris seems as if they are doing a ramp walk. Like, oh my God, they are so on point with the things that they wear, the makeup they put, the hair, the way it is styled. Uh, Paris, like it's a live fashion show happening on every street. I mean,
Nice.
fashion-wise, there is no comparison. Like I haven't been to Milan. I have heard
Yeah.
similar things about Milan from a lot of people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, all like of all the cities that I travel to in Europe, Paris fashion is just a different ball game altogether.